Hi, W. See you today. How you doing? That's great. Oh, that's wonderful. Let's go. Let's jump over to the zones, and you can show what zone you're in. Look for that in the chat. Sending it right now. Great. If you could select that pen, and then show what how you feeling today. Yeah, I'd like to do something better than just scribbles, like move pictures, but I haven't gotten there yet. Awesome. So you're in the green. So so what's going on? Anything you want to share? Any news? Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. That's great. Okay, hey, let's head over to our expectations. If you can click back to our chart where you can see me. There we go. So expectations. Um, I know we review these. I think it's good to do that every once in a while. Make sure that we've got those. So be ready to learn and be on time. You're already on time, awesome. But when you're ready to learn, your area is clear, you're focused, you're not distracted by other things. Um, and so, yeah, we want to make sure that we're ready to learn and be on time. Be kind. We just want to be kind to each other. You don't have to worry about muting your mic unless there's noise in the background distracting. But if we had the other kids in our group, we would have to do that. Stay focused. Um, that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn, and we want to minimize those distractions. You don't have to raise your hand to speak, but I do want you to participate. Um, hey, so before we jump into our warm up, I do want to remind you where you can find the recorded versions of all of these videos. Let me just get to it. There, I think you can see that. That's our website. And it's a little weird how it's dark like that, but I know it's not normally like that, but that's the way it's come out for me. So if you go to our main page and then you go over to modules, let me go over to modules here. Let me see if I can do that. Nope, a little bit down. Oh no, wrong spot. Let me try again. There we go. Got it this time. And right at the top, you'll see where we've got the recorded lessons. And this is our last lesson we just did on the area models. And so you click that and that'll just start playing. And so if you ever want to go back and review something, you can do that. Doesn't mean you have to watch the entire video. You can just kind of cut to right where the section is that you wanted to focus on and get review on. So awesome. So let's jump right into our warm up. Great. Awesome. Hey, so let's do some multiplication facts. I'll write them. You tell me the product. I'll write the factors, and you tell me the product. Okay, here we go. 3 times 4. Nice. 12. Awesome. Let's move on to the next one. Let's do 6 times 4. Great strategy. 12 and 12, 24. I love how you noticed that. How'd you know it was doubled? Because the 3 doubled to 6. It was 4 groups, but this time there's 6 in each group and not 3 in each group. Okay, let's try, let's put the equal sign on the other side. Let's try 1 times 12. Let's put the equal sign over there like we've talked about. 12. Great. 2 times 6. 12 again. Great. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 6 times 2. Also 12. It's not the same thing. I know that's tempting. We see the same numbers, but actually it's different. If we made those 2 area models, they would look different. One would go like this, and one would go like that. But they'd still have 2, 2 on one side and 6 on the other side with a total of 12. You're right about that, though. So same numbers. Yeah, just um, just switched around. And how about 3 times 8 is our last one? 24. Great. Good job. Anything you notice about all those problems besides the fact that it's crooked and sloppy? Yeah, we saw 12 and 24 were the products for every single one of those. And I did that on purpose because that's going to come up in our lesson. So I wanted to make sure that we covered those. Awesome work. Let's jump right to our objective here. Let's see if I can jump right to it. There we go. So today's focus um, is I can model and find all the factors for a product. And so it has two parts to it. Modeling, that means equal groups, that's an array, that's an area model. Those are all models. And today our focus is going to be on the area model. Even though the array is not that different from that, but we're going to be focusing just on the area model. And our goal is to we're trying to search out and find all of the factors when we have the same product over and over again. So the total is going to remain the same each time, but our job is to find out all those different multiplication equations that get there. Great. So let's watch a little video. And here's that video. It's by Ben Cogswell. He's going to be talking about factors, a little review for factors and products. Here's his YouTube address. Let's listen in. Yeah, so I just wanted to stop right there. We don't need that. I know we don't usually we haven't defined it with division, talking about dividing, and nothing to worry about there. But I love the fact that they're talking about whole numbers there. It's only whole numbers we're talking about, and that they showed that picture of where the factors were. In fact, let me pull that back up. There we go. Let me pull that back up on my board here and just write that down so we can see that. So on this last one, these were the factors. And this is the product or the total. Lots of words for that. The one thing I will not accept is answer. If you're ever saying that that's the answer, I don't like that because it's really confusing and misleading on what really is happening with these numbers. That equal sign is a balance. This is the same amount as this. Um, anyway, so we go back to the product, and I like how the video really illustrated that. Hey, so since our goal is to model and find all the factors for a given number for a product, we're going to use the area model to do that. And um, we're going to use some of our little tiles here. And so the first one I'm going to do while you watch. The second one we're going to do together. And then the third one you're mostly going to do on your own. It's going to be the same procedure every time. It's just different numbers. So let's start here. First job is to find out how many total pieces do we have? What's the product? What's going to be the total number of pieces? We've got 6 here, a 3 and a 3. Um, and so, yeah, you already see a multiplication problem that we can a way of modeling it. Great. Let's put this together. I'm going to put them in one long row because every single multiplication equation can be represented like this. Let's slide that up. Great. They stick together. They're actually magnets. I don't want them to stick together, so there's a little space there. So I wish it was neater, but they're just going to keep moving on their own a little bit. So we've got one long row there, and we can see that it's one row, one by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 1 by 6. Those are our two factors for a total of 6. I didn't get rid of tiles. I didn't put in tiles. That's the same number of tiles so that we started with, so 6. So now I have to find another one. I've modeled it one way, and I've found one set of factors, 1 and 6, that get to 6. Now I have to find another way because my goal is to find all of those factors. So let's see here. I'm going to take these two, separate them, stick them on top of each other, just like a messy version like that. Ah, there we go. You know what I'm trying to make there. Great. So now we've got 2 rows, and I like to slide my pen right across so I can see those rows. 1, 2. And then there's 3 in each one of those. That's one way to think about it. 1, 2, 3. Or another way to think about it is 2 rows with 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. And so we've got 2 rows with 3 in each row, and that also gets us to 6. Why did it get us to 6 again? Right, I didn't take away 1, I didn't throw in a new tiles. We're only dealing with 6 tiles, so it's gonna get us to a total of 6. Right. And so now I'm going to keep on modeling these and finding all those factors. Let's see. Let me try 3 rows. Ooh, see, these stick together. 3 rows. There we go. And so let's see. We've got 1, 2. Yep, it's the same. 1, 2, 3, with 2 in each row, 2 in each row, or a 3 by 2. So now I've got 3 times 2, which also equals the product of 6. So you're right. Again, notice how we talked about that earlier, though. Yes, it's using those same numbers, but that looks different. One of them looks like this and is tall, and the other one looks like this and is long, like that. And we're going to see that again in this next example when I try one more, when I'm going to try to take those and put them as one tall way of modeling it. And that gets us to a 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1 in each row, a product of 6. Notice how I see all those factors right there. So I actually have run out. I know I've run out because I've already repeated. I'm starting to repeat myself. And there's nothing else I can make because remember, an area model always has to be a square or a rectangle. And so if I can't make a funky shape like this, that's not multiplication and that's not an area model, because as we've talked about, it's all about equality. It has to be the same number in each group. So I found them all. So I've written down one of the multiplication facts that the 6 total tiles, and I've modeled every single one. Our next one we're going to do together. Man, that was weird talking to myself. There's no one else in this groups, but I had to pretend like someone else was talking. Oh, that was weird. But okay, I can stop right there. I hope that showed that I can do all sorts of things. I've been working all morning on this, actually all day. I started at 8 and haven't stopped. So let me just show you some of the cool things I've made here. I can, with a click of a button, I can switch to different views. I didn't even get to this view. This is just the document camera by itself. This is the picture of me in the document camera. Here's the other camera with me in the document camera. Here's I made this one. I don't think I'll ever use it. I don't know why I would want to of me. And there's that lesson focus. That's just a button. And then this is just a button too. It's meeting expectations. And then I don't have buttons for those other ones like the video of the day, which I forgot to, I wanted to reiterate. I forgot to do that in the video. This version of it. This is my 3rd or 4th time through this lesson. That that video is part of the free and Creative Commons clause on YouTube. And by the way, I would never like that. It's a very good video. But I'm like, oh my goodness, there's not that many that are on the Creative Commons. And everything, every picture, all this is open source. No, current. I don't know. It's under that usage that anyone can use. And so anyway, it was a great activity. Made me create all this stuff and get all of this set up, which I'm going to need anyway. So I appreciate this lesson in the module for this. But I started at 8 this morning working on this. It's now 5:30. That was my wife calling, if you could hear it, saying,